Hi everyone, this is Emmy. Today I'm going to give you a knitting pattern for this Snow Purl Eyelet cardigan. And you can make it sleeveless like this, or you can make it cropped with sleeves as in this photo. And to make this, it's very easy. You're going to make 5 sections, 2 front, 1 back, 2 sleeves. Then you're going to sew the front sections to the back, leaving the next section open. And then sew the sleeves on the sides. Then fold the work in half and sew up the side seams. And you do that with the same yarn and a yarn needle. Here's a close-up of the stitch that I'm going to work, and it's called an eyelet stitch. And it is knit every row. So you don't have to purl in this pattern. It's knit every row. So let's get started. I'm working with a chunky yarn and 10mm needles, and these are large needles. I'm working this sample in size small. So I'm just going to make a loop, and I'm going to twist it, place it on my needle, and then I'm going to knit a stitch. And I'm going to do that for my 22 stitches. And this is called the long tail cast on. So I'm going to go ahead and cast on. When you have all your stitches cast onto your needle, you're going to work the bottom band, and that is knit 4 rows. So you're just going to go ahead and knit 4 rows. So I'm going to go off camera and do that, and then I'll come back and show you. So this is the section that I've knitted 4 rows, like that. And now we're going to work the eyelet row, and it's much easier than it looks. You'll be very surprised. Okay, for the eyelet row, you're going to knit the first stitch. Now to work the eyelet, you're going to bring the yarn over the needle, and that's just called yarn over. And then you're going to knit 2 stitches together. And we're going to repeat that all the way across the row. Yarn over, knit 2 stitches together. Yarn over, knit 2 stitches together. I'll show you once more. Yarn over, knit 2 stitches together. And you're going to repeat that all the way across the row. So all the way across the row, and then I'll show you what to do with the last stitch. Okay, I worked all the way across the row. There's my last stitch. Knit the last stitch. And that is going to be the row that every time we do an eyelet stitch, we're going to do it on this row. And I tried to find a tip to give you because it's very easy to forget which row you're on. So to give myself a visual clue that this is the row that I'm going to work my eyelet stitch on, I'm going to pin a safety pin on this side. And then I know I'm only going to work the eyelet stitch when I can see this safety pin. Now for the next 3 rows, I'm just going to knit every row. Just knit across the row for 3 rows. And there's the yarn over. Just knit right into that stitch, the same as if it was a regular stitch. There's another yarn over, knit into that yarn over. So I'm going to go ahead and work across the row. Okay, I worked all the way across the row, and there's the row of eyelet stitch. So now I'm going to turn my work, and there's my visual clue, but I'm not going to work an eyelet stitch in this row, and the clue for that is when you look at the eyelet stitch, you only see one row of stitches here, and we're going to knit 3 rows. So I know that when I only see this little bit of yarn under the needle, it's not the row for working my eyelet stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work 2 more rows of knitting across the row. So I'm going to go off camera and do that. And then I'll come back and show you that we'll be set up to do the next row of eyelet. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked all the way across the row. Now when I turn my work, there's my visual clue that this is going to be a row where I work my eyelet stitch. And the other way to see is that you're going to see 2 bumps here. Right above the eyelet stitch, you're going to see 2 horizontal bumps. So now it's time to do another row of eyelet stitch. So I'm going to knit the first stitch, yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together. And you're going to continue that across the row, and that is working another row of eyelet. And that's how that eyelet stitch is going to look when it's finished. So now you're going to make 2 front sections, 1 back, and if you want sleeves, 2 sleeves. And that's how easy it is to knit this no purl eyelet stitch. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.